And we are back. We just gave Andre our Divine Ember, and we are going to head around to a different area. Before I go to, like, Blight Town and whatnot, I am going to want to go to, the Undead Asylum again. Like I said, there is something there that will come in really, really handy. And that is a ring. Because if you go into water, like really, really deep water, then you will slow down. Like a crawl style slow down. You can't roll, you can't dodge properly, you can't do really anything. But if you get this ring and equip it, it'll allow you to move in waters and swamps about the same way you'd move on land. You'll just make the schlooping sound of, you know, being in a water or a swamp. Now, if you are online mode, you'll see like a bunch of bloodstains around, and I think there's a message right here that says roll here. So let's follow that message and roll there. Because you want to go this way. And then roll onto the roof here, and there's the key. Now, if I am right, I should be able to... There we go. Some people say you have to, you know, roll off and then climb up again do the elevator trick to get back up here again, and I just showed that you don't have to. So now, let's curl up into a ball in this nest. And it always takes a little bit to do this the first time around. Once you've done it once, you can do it over and over and over again, and no worries. But while we are waiting here for the crow to get curious about the thing that just went to the nest... Never mind, I got his curiosity. But yeah, once we get through here, we are back in the Undead Asylum. But now, there are other hollows around here. There are Black Knights that I am not going to even attempt to fight right now. But if you leave...
You, give me warm, give me soft.
Pardon me. Notice that he said, give me warm, give me soft. Well, I've got some rubbish here that has no use, so you drop that. And then you just quit out of the game and you reload back into the game, and here we go. It's, you know,
You give me warm. Give me soft.
And we dropped rubbish, and he gave us a Titanite chunk for it. So there is a list of items he will accept for you to do. And if you fall on the middle of that, you will fall towards a bonus boss that I will do later because I am not confident, especially in a character that's at the moment pretty low level, especially for this area. I will come back and do the stuff like for that. Actually, there is a guy here that is going to be jonesing for a fight anyway, so I'm surprised he hasn't tried to attack me yet. But I've got a shortcut already opened up. Oh, he's not up here at the moment. And they will reset that boulder trap, so do not get tricked by it. And yeah, like I said, I'm not really trying to deny getting the stuff this time around. There is a way to sell your excess items later in the game, but it is in the area for the plunging attack, pyromancy, critical hit, parry. And of course, spear user, you want to kick so his shield is away. Obviously, they're harder to kill here because this is meant to be a higher leveled area. And I came here fairly low leveled, which actually shows I've been under leveled pretty much this whole time. That rusted iron ring is what I was talking about that'll allow me to go through and not have to worry about, like, the items and whatnot. This will reset anybody who's currently trying to get at me. And now I have to worry about these two idiots, but and then the four idiots that are over in the thing. If you listen... Oh, he's not doing it now? You can hear the bonus boss under the floor. Huh. Never noticed a storm here. But yeah, I just kind of proved even if you're under-leveled, as long as you're calm, you can do this stuff. It's why people do soul level 1 runs. Now, the only downside is he drops you off back up here in the nest. So, if you wanted to, like, go be down where next to the bonfire, like he drops you off at the beginning, he doesn't. But it's actually pretty easy to fix. Just kind of roll. Doesn't cause that much damage. Hear that? There's someone snoring over here. And sit at the bonfire, rest for a bit. Still don't have enough. Though I might have some souls. Let's check. Yes, I do. And now let's level up again. Let's put it into... Yeah, let's put it in attunement. Like I said, once that hits 16, it's not going to be touched again for a while.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Get a bit of a scare out there? No problem. Have a seat and get comfortable. We'll both be hollow before you know it. Well, what are you going to do? I've already decided. I don't really care. I'm simply crestfallen.
Now, him saying he's crestfallen is actually a reference to Demon Souls, where you had a similar NPC called the Crestfallen Blue Phantom.
Hmm? What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me.
And we'll leave him alone until the next little story point. Go over here to Lautrec. Hey, thanks for helping me with the bell gargoyles.
Your face. Your humanity is really slipping, but there are methods. Most fools have more humanity than they know what to do with. Now, who do you imagine will make the best use of it?
Now, that's kind of a hint towards who he's really is.
Well, where have you been? I'm glad to see you're safe. Have you heard of Trusty Patches? If ever a man has rubbed me up the wrong way, if he ever comes around again, I swear I'll have his hide.
Yeah.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Yeah, interesting to say something like that. But, yeah, he does not like Patches, and with Patches, the feeling's mutual. Patches doesn't like him either. So, yeah. If I'm right... Nope, not yet.
Oh, hello. What is it? Have you changed your mind?
Might as well.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Join the Way of White. I can abandon it real quick in a sec.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Now, let's learn his gesture, which is a shrug, which is kind of telling of him as well. He has really good, but like I said in my little priest van, video, they're really, really expensive. And he's got 2 little talismans. Thorland, medium for casting miracles. Talismans only granted to the high-ranking Thorland clerics. Has high miracle adjustment, which, thanks to divine protection, is not dependent upon faith. Which is really interesting. It's got only a requirement of 10 faith, which, yeah, is the same, but it only has a C in scaling. So it makes you wonder, you know, why would the Thorland priests only need so little faith?
The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
You know, why would they need the faith there? It's really questionable on some of this stuff. Like, I don't know, there are some people who do lore, and I've had a few lore ideas myself, but things like that get you questioning. You're like, why would they need only a little bit of faith to do things? And I was going to go up the other way for a reason. Okay, let's go back down. I don't want to deal with the Drake. I think that there's a way to get the Drake to go away completely. I'm not sure, I'll look it up. But if you get... Oh yeah, I was going to get rid of my Covenant. Oh well. But if you get a thing where he's, like...
Oh, I will teach. My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
I don't have enough souls.
Come again.
So I need like 2,100 souls, as you saw. So I think I'll stay in this area and grind. As you see, now these guys, instead of going down in like 2 or 3 hits, they're going down in 1. I don't have to backstab them anymore just to get them to go away. So, yeah. I don't have to backstab them anymore just to get them to go away. I don't have to worry about certain things. Now, over where that ring of sacrifice was, over there on the bridge, after I fight the next, not the next mandatory boss, but the boss after it, which is called the Gaping Dragon, there is a merchant that you can see that is in that area. If you enter Blighttown, not, you know, go through it completely, just entering it is enough, I believe. And then head back to Firelink. He is over in that area on the bridge. And he is like a really good merchant. He is, he sells a master key, which is something that comes in handy. So I might just grind for souls around here to get up to the 2,100. Oh, I finally got a battle axe. And the only reason it's weaker is because I +5 the... Wow! He did not even attempt to use his melee. He just went at it. But yeah, I have actually gone through this entire Undead Burg area to grind for souls. Actually, I've done it a few times. It's not hard, it's just boring. And because I don't really have much of an editor, I don't have an editor. I do not have a video editor. If I did, I would edit these videos and actually make them look good. I would like have sped up. That's why I say this is no script, just me rambling. There is no like official this is what I'm going to talk about today kind of thing. I am recording these all in a bunch. So, you know, there's that. But I believe I get more souls up here. So let's see here. Because I think I can get like a couple thousand just by running around this upper area of the Undead Burg. And or the Undead Parish, I mean. Yeah, they give me more souls than the other guys were. Even if it's just like 5 extra. Got another helmet. But yeah, I will put, I've said this a few videos back, I'll put links to the Fextra Life wiki, which has a nice walkthrough with everything in it if you want it. It's got the enemies, where they're at, you know. I'm just hoping that if you're watching this video, you're having fun with me. Or at least laughing at me as I stumble my way through Lordran. Like I said, Walker is just a mad pyromancer who, when he became undead, he decided, hey, I'm going to find out more about fire. And he heard about the stories about the ancient legends, the Witch of Izalith, and decided he's going to find the land of the ancient lords where she was. And he got caught, sent to the undead asylum, and then just kind of, once he broke out, he's currently like, well, fuck it, I'm still going to find out more about pyromancy. I'm still going to learn about fire. So, yeah, that is Walker in a nutshell. He's just this crazy pyromancer who wants to know more about flame. And there is nothing wrong with that, but he will do what he wants. He is Walker. And he doesn't even remember his original name. He was called Wanderer over and over, and he decided he didn't like Wanderer, but Walker sounded good, so he just started calling himself Walker. But yeah, the guys with the Balder shields and the side swords there, I grinded those guys for like maybe 2 or 3 hours or longer. just to be able to get their sword. Because these guys have a rapier and a buckler. And these guys that have the shield and sword, I grinded those guys. There's only 3 of them here. And on my sorcerer wanderer character, and that's why Walker doesn't like being called a wanderer, because he's not a wanderer, he's a pyromancer. But on my sorcerer wanderer character, I grinded for that Baldur side sword. And I finally got it. I think I've got like 2 of them now. Unless I sold the other one. And like I said, I grinded for it just to get it, and it took hours just to get it. So, if you truly want something in this game, and it has like a low spawn rate, put aside the time, because sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. That Baldur sword has really helped and is really nice, especially with enchant weapon. But it's still not something that I'm really happy about. And I don't know why I'm so unhappy. I was so happy when I got it, and it's a really good sword, and it's helped me. I think it's just part of me is pissed off how long I took grinding the damn thing just to get it. And I'm kicking myself thinking that I shouldn't have done that. And I'm realizing that's why I feel so under-leveled with this character, because grinding that much just to get the sword, I got quite a few level ups from it. And she's already taking on some of the end areas, so yeah.
Oh, hello. Miracles, an undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Yes, let's show our faith.
Very well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers. Very well. Undead kindling through...
And that is how you learn about kindling.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
And he will not teach you miracles if you are not a member of the Way of White. But there is a later miracle teacher that has all of his, and they are much cheaper. The only reason to have multiple of the same one is to have, be it so that you don't, so you have more charges of it. For things like heal, that's great, because if you've got a high enough dexterity, you can just back up a little bit, do a quick heal without drinking your Estus, and keep going. Or you can back up enough to either avoid their aggro range and heal or something like that. But if you don't, then there's nothing I can really say about it. It's good for if you don't want to use your Estus. So like when you're between areas, you fall, you accidentally cause a little too much damage to yourself, but you're not dead.
Greetings, and welcome back. I am pleased to see you be preserving my humanity.
And that is the only way to get rid of a covenant without breaking it. Now, like I said, let's look at these. Purging Stone. Ash-colored stone encasing a skull. Secret treasures of Arster, the Earl of Karim. Reduces curse buildup and breaks curse. Humans are helpless against curses. They can only redirect their influence. The Purging Stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person and has some other being. In other words, you are forcing your curse onto whatever skull is in those stones. Indictment. Slip sold by Bishop of Velka, Goddess of Sin. If you are killed by an invader, use this to report the crime of the trespasser. Indicted players will be added to a list of unfortunate souls who will one day face the wrath of the Blades of the Dark Moon. Homeward Bone. Bone fragment reduced to white ash, returned to the last bonfire used. Bonfires are fueled by bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge of their previous owners to seek bonfires enchants their bones with the homeward instinct. And last but not least, Book of the Guilty. The Goddess of Sin Velka oversees this list of the guilty, who has disrespected the gods and their covenant, and shall one day face the wrath of the Blades of the Dark Moon. Velka originally had more of a,
Thou art welcome any time. It is only human to commit a sin.
more of a presence in this game. Just like the child model of the witch, she was kind of removed except for descriptions of her. We know she's associated with crows. We know that she is against the gods themselves, the other gods, because they have sinned. And though I do have all of the games other than the PS5 version of Demon's Souls now, and I will be doing at least all the PS4 games in order, so I will be playing Dark Souls 2 next, and then Bloodborne, and then Dark Souls 3. I don't want to be that guy who plays the Dark Souls games. So, any recommendation for any games in between would be greatly appreciated. I don't want to go that way, because if the Drake is still there, he will, well, blow fire at my ass. And I don't want fire on my ass. I like my ass the way it is. I may throw fire out my hands, but I do not like it on my ass. Unless I'm scratching my ass with a fiery hand. Then it is okay. But, Velka was originally going to be, the essentially goddess that was in charge of the Blades of the Dark Moon. And they ended up getting rid of that because, well, instead they fused it with a different covenant, which became the Blades of the Dark Moon, which are run by, I believe, Gwendolyn, who is the son of Gwen, and we'll learn more about him later. But Gwendolyn, I think, is the one that's in charge of the Blades of the Dark Moon now. And he is the son of Gwen, who is the king of the gods. Now, I've got a few thoughts on the Lord Souls as well, but I don't really know how to put it yet. I don't know if I should describe it now or if I should wait until later. Because later you learn more about the gods, and if I talk about it now, I might be spoiling some stuff. I'm not quite sure if I would be or not. So I really just, I don't know. I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil stuff right now. I want to have it there for you guys to see. And if I do end up spoiling it for you, I'd feel like really shit, to be honest. So I think I will hold on to that, at least for now. Especially since there's only like less than a half hour left of my recording time. But what to talk about? Oh, the Undead Burg. It is literally a town that I believe was originally meant for undead. When they weren't hollow, I think this was like a town that the undead were in. And they, you know, the reason they're all here is they've all gone hollow. I think one of them is that one of the reasons is that they, these soldiers were originally not here, or maybe they were, and they were like defending the town. And yes, I have the key to this place right here, which will lead downstairs to a fairly difficult character for this time period. So I'm just going to go up here instead. I think I got that one crystal lizard that was here. Yeah, I did. But I believe that this undead burg was originally meant for undead to actually live in. And there are like a whole bunch of undead houses that could be like homes of undead. And yeah, I don't see the dragon anymore. But the Drake anymore. But it doesn't mean that he's gone. I don't trust it until I don't see him, you know, screaming fire at me again. But yeah, that's the basement key. That's where we will go. He is still there. So, piss off, Drake. I am not going to deal with you. If I have to, I will find a way, but I am not going to deal with you right now. Whee! Now imagine, if you will, falling off of that thing because you hit the wrong button. And this is why I bought the blood bite ring. Because the enemies in this area, at least several of them, raise bleed. And bleed sucks. Open the shortcut here, which leads right back here, in case you were wondering. Just got to be careful coming out of it because the stairs are right there. But yeah, bleed as a status sucks, and the enemies are fast. So it's like, okay. Hey, if the dog wants to run into the fire, that's its thing. That usually takes me longer, but I think it's that door. No, it's this door over here, and I want to avoid touching it right now. Yeah, notice these guys are actually pretty weak right now. Which shows this is the area you're supposed to go to after the Belfry gargoyles. But don't get me wrong, just because you can take them out real quick does not mean that they cannot fuck you up if you screw up. It is just a matter of finding where you need to stand and where you need to go. But now,
somebody, please let me out of here. Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door.
Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
Well, we bought that key, so let's unlock the door for the guy.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels. Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery, and I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
But yeah, as I came to learn,
I'm fine. I have my... Besides,
there's your sorcery outfit and a free catalyst, so you can learn sorceries without having to purchase one. But yeah, as I learned, there is no real, like, major, and I am going to get ambushed right now. Right there. These are some of the guys that cause bleed. I know I made that look easy, but imagine dying 4 or 5 times to these guys. It sucks. Mailbreaker, which is a good piercing weapon. Now, can you imagine these guys just kind of sitting in here, waiting for, like, a signal or something to get through? Now, I believe there's a dog all the way down there. Yeah. There's like 1 or 2 dogs in this area, and they are annoying. Now, don't get me wrong. I like dogs. Normally. I've got nothing against dogs. Yeah, I didn't even know that corpse was there, and I thought that that was the one dog, so... Like I said, I thought there was two. I then kidded myself into thinking there was just one, so... Yeah. And there's the black leather set and the Targ shield. In case you were wondering, how do I get the black set? That's how you get it. There are, like, no summon signs for this particular boss. And this is a boss that everyone hates, and I will not be doing him right now. I might not even do him tonight. I am going to take out these thieves, and I said these because that guy is an asshole. But yeah, the boss that everyone hates is a mandatory one. And I cannot open this, which leads to the depths, until I fight that boss. So let's grab this Soul of Undead, go over to the staircase, which I passed, just to show you the door and where this, and go up these stairs. You hear the bow before you see him, so you know to either run at least somewhat to make sure you don't get snagged by him. And then you go across this. And there is the other merchant. She sells you mosses, among other things. She can even sell you humanities, but they're at a pretty steep price. But as you notice, we're in a sewer again. Now, if you just keep going this way, there's a gate. Open the gate. And I hope you recognize this spot, because there's a rat right there at the end. We are back in Firelink. A lot of shortcuts here. The graveyard will lead to the Tomb of the Giants, which is a mandatory area. Going down to those ruins leads to New Londo, which is another mandatory area. But New Londo, you can get to through the Valley of the Drakes, which I showed you one of the ways to get to it. There's another way to get to it as well. And going that direction, New Londo, as you noticed, is flooded. Once you unflood it, then you can get... Then you can not only get items and go down to the ground of New Londo, but... And here's Griggs.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I owe you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
Only because it will progress your storyline.
Splendid. Very well. I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then, let's get started straight away. Have you heard of Big Hat Logan? Master Logan is a great sorcerer and my teacher. Both of us came to this land as undead. But one day, he departed, leaving only a note. I suppose he wished to keep me out of harm's way. But where does that leave me? I have dedicated myself to sorcery, but Master Logan could find no use for me. Yes, the note that Master Logan left. It only said he would travel to Anolonda by way of Sen's fortress. I can only guess that he seeks the regal archives. For Master Logan is a tireless pursuer of wisdom. Wisdom trumps all. Everything else is hogwash. When the curse turned him undead, I'm certain that he only felt it was the perfect chance to visit this land. I only wish that I had his courage. 2 things are required for sorcery. First, you must equip a wand. Second, you must attune a sorcery. Then you will be ready to fire away. Oh, and don't forget to aim. 2 things are
And you can see he's got some actually pretty good sorceries. You can get a Sorcerer's Catalyst. And the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, and the Lingering Dragon Crest Wing are both really good. Boost sorcery and boost length of effects. So one will increase, I think, the strength of them. Yeah, the strength, and the other is for like if you cast magic weapon, which coats your weapon with magic. It will last longer. And are they there yet? No, they are not. So I guess after I go against the next boss, they'll be there. But I am going to rest at this bonfire, and I will see you guys later. And remember, there's nothing wrong with being late to the party.